Oh, here it is. I guess it's finally time we talked about it. You see me moving. You see all this. You see me talking about every goddamn thing you ever see come in contact. Look at that fucking bicycle hanging up there. You saw the video where I was hanging it up there and it fucking attacked me. You know what goes on here. But you see this stuff. Back off. 6 feet. Pow, look at the flash of light goes over your face. 6 feet. This thing has been on my hand the whole time. I had it on my hand for like 9, 10 years, 8 to 10 years. And I never talk about it. It bends to my will. But, here as we enter the new moon at 2:24 a.m. on February or April 1st. I don't play jokes like that. I don't. 2:24 a.m. Eastern time. Tomorrow, I didn't realize it was April 1st. There's a new moon. That's the time that it happens there, I guess. And it's 5 hours behind the Greenwich time, if you wonder. And 3 hours ahead of California time. And just about the same time as what it is in China, except it's the next day already. When it happens, so it happens in the middle fucking afternoon, 2:24 in the afternoon, Wu Shanghao. Good afternoon. I got this thing. I know you've seen it on your, and if you cared about me as much as I care about me, you would have asked about it by now, but you haven't, so I gotta tell you, this thing. I once changed a stove range in a house against my will, but I did not let my will be known because I'm supposed to know how to do these things. And I'm reading all the directions like I do, and they're saying, do not. And I'm like, I don't see any way around it. So I did. And as I pulled the old stove range oven out of there, underneath it, this thing was like one of these teal green, it had to be 30, 40 years old, this fucking stove range oven thing. I pulled it out, and underneath it was just a bunch of dust, a beer cap, and this gnarled, twisted thing sitting under it. And I said, what the fuck is that? And I unhooked the damn thing and I plugged it in. But I said, what the fuck is that? I was about to throw it away, and I looked, and it had words on it. And I turned it over, and it was twisted up worse than it is now. And on the back, I saw it has a silver stamp. And I said, well, that's actually something that's worth some money. And I said, what the fuck does that say? And I've said again and again over the years, as people finally get used to knowing me enough that they feel like they can ask me questions. It takes a while sometimes. People would start saying, what does that say? Because he would see that there were letters on it. What does that say on there? I'm like, what? I forget all about it because it's been there so long. And they say, on your bracelet. I said, oh. It says, know in your heart anything is possible. And they look and they say, oh, that's so sweet. Where did you get it? And I tell them I got it. And I tell them that when I was changing the range oven out and I was hooking up gas pipes to gas pipes without shutting things off and without letting consumers' power know that I was doing it, that know in your heart anything is possible. I'm thinking, I hope this fucking thing blows up. We might get away with it. It's possible. I know it. Right down into my heart. And so when people would ask me, oh, I would also say, what that means is, if there's ever a split and I'm on the road, this thing having a silver stamp on it, just a small piece of thing, I only guess, but I'm good at guessing. I would have done well on The Price is Right, as it turns out. If everything goes to shit like it's meant to, I could probably sell this to a pawn shop for $50, which would get me, and I would tell people at work when they'd say, oh, all these sweet people, they say, you don't drink, do you, Judas? I go, ha, 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 ha. How did I trick all these people? I'm not even trying. I would tell them, well, know in your heart, anything is possible. All is possible. It's all. Know in your heart, all is possible. That if I got fired from the job and everything was just done, I could sell this to a pawn shop and get enough out of it to get like an eighth of weed, because I'm not on, what do you call it, piss test randoms for working for a company. You know, if you've just given up on everything, you might as well say, all is possible. There's enough for an eighth of weed and enough gas for my motorcycle. Get me to another place where I can get a job. And they go, it's not that surprising to you, but it was to them. They, and I'm, ha! And I walk off. But as it turns out, knowing in your heart all is possible. In the end of it, I still wear this thing. And I say I changed that goddamn range stove oven thing out. And I found this under there. You can always change what you know in your heart, all being possible in your emotional state, to make it more acceptable, with no reason whatsoever except, well, you know why I keep talking about it. I keep waiting for the damn range stove oven in that house to explode. Know in your heart anything is possible. It's not even a desire. It's just, it's a joke on how other people feel. Cigarette went out. But the thing is, tonight, there's a full moon. New moon. You made me say it. Full moon is all bright, you can see it. New moon is fresh. Full moon is pregnant, giving birth, and the new moon is the life ahead. And so we say we put things out on a full moon. gives it energy. You can do that on a new moon too, I understand. However, I feel like a new moon would be more likely to suck whatever energy it is out of you if you put out your metals and things like that. So tonight, I take this. Know in your heart all is possible. Know in your heart all is possible. You just can't read it. I'm gonna put it out there. Same way I found it, all twisted in a band. Put it out there, and I'm gonna let the new moon soak up the melancholy of a millennia.